Welcome to another one for Week of Dungeons and Dungeons. Last time, the Heroes of Waterdeep and the Chosen entered into the Vault of Secrets, where they fought against Ragnorum the Undying. They were able to defeat him through the help of strangers from a strange land, sending the medallions of the four elemental gods, and they were able to supercharge those medallions to reveal the Claw of Halal that was long and missing. Atelius was able to use to smite and defeat Ragnorum, but not without poetic justice from Charnook, avenging his many clans that were caught up and murdered during the Madness takeover and the Madness Horde. Finishing the gate that was being unleashed, Aerie, failing his saving throw, finished the ritual, allowing Pargem, the Platinum Dragon, king of the new gods, to
my dad,
to enter into Xenia, break the vault from its pocket dimension and root it inside Waterdeep, and fly off into the night. Tullius, having his memories restored to him, still with plenty of pockets in there, but a grand majority of them have returned. And knowing a lot more, a sense of being completely overwhelmed with more burdens, duties, and a lifetime of experience has returned. The rest of the crew has begun having memories of, or at least they didn't know the concept of who the fourth god and creator of the world is Melora, the goddess of chaos. She is part of the four Corlin, Zahir, and Kratula, who helped form the world as you know it. And now you guys are inside the vault, getting yourselves back together. As you can see, the sky is dissipating away. It is now nighttime. There is only a singular moon in the sky. Another moon is currently fracturing, and you can actually see the expanse of all the rocks. It seems like the atmosphere doesn't look quite right to you all. And the eternal twilight has ended, which is nice.
No more eclipse. Pretty cool.
Yes. And those of you did see the other moon was shattered by a red beam that shot into the sky some uncertain and uneligible distance away. Aerie has not returned. He disappeared with the gate, and during the craziness with Pargem, you all are now inside the vault with yourselves and your thoughts. And whatever you would like to do.
Can I go over where the gate was? Is there anything there?
Where the what was?
Where the gate was.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of indication as to where Aerie went?
Approaching the gate, it is just a solid wall now. You can see, just like an experience that you had with Tymora, it's almost identical. And what you guys also experienced inside Ethereal. It's just one of those gates that lead to deities. And it is closed off. There doesn't seem to be anything else. Clearly a ritual of sorts was made to allow it to open. And it is no longer open. It is massive.
I'm going to use, because it's the only slot I have left, my 9th level slot to cast Sending to Aerie.
Okay.
You don't need to use that resource.
I am going.
Where have you gone?
I'm going
to right?
read. Roll a D100.
How hurt does everyone look?
I think people are pretty beat to shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Bologna's gonna cast a little 7th level Mass Cure Wounds here.
Here comes all the fucking level 9 stuff popping off. By the way, there's Zach stealing the level 9. Did it first, bitches!
Yeah,
right.
Well, I would have been reasonable, but it's the only thing I have.
That's 29 healing for everyone.
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you roll on your percentage die?
67.
All right. What do you want to say to Ari?
Where'd you go, you loser?
Where have you gone? Are you alright? What did she do to you?
Ari, you hear this after the events of what occurred, and you are currently in between. You are in the last place we talked about. Be as ominous as you like. It's encouraged.
I'm well. See you soon.
What's that mean?
I think that means.
What did he say?
As well. See you soon.
All right, cool. Well, you don't have to worry about him releasing any more shit, so that's good. Well,
Now, hey now, come on, guys.
This is the end, man.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Did I make you go to those crystals? Did I make you do the things you did?
Yes. You put them there.
That's what I did. I teased you. I have learned, don't put a loaded gun in front of the players. Don't do it. They're always going to pull the trigger. Or they're going to have someone else pull it for them.
Let me peruse my 6-page backstory to see if I should say anything.
Was it actually 6 pages?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, it's everybody but Ari, obviously, and NPC mode is Ralia and Shalmir. He told me last time that Luke that he wanted to recover the stones. So Shalmir comes over, and remember, Ragnorm's still encased in that rock sequence with his face showing. So you guys got to dig him out if you want to try and get at Ragnorum.
Shit, didn't think about that part.
Talius, do you think your scimitars might be able to do something about this?
Ice,
try.
molten rock, what's the difference, really?
Can certainly try.
Okay. Talius, do you try to cut into it with your scimitars?
Let me see if I have anything for that first. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right. You go up and you try and slide in like you're used to with any ice structure. Rock is in fact not ice, and it does not go
No surprise.
I didn't see this one coming.
Yeah.
You are smart enough not to like just go. "Ah!" Just,
Can I? Nope.
yeah.
I've got some like crap weapons that are beaters from the other fight when we fought the Forest King guy.
Well, I'm sure Mosnell could break it with his giant fucking thing.
He's
Are you talking about my fist?
He's pretty strong.
No, I was talking about your head.
My head? Oh, I can try that too.
I mean,
Mosnell, would you like to try and crack this open with your head? Among all the depression and horror you've seen, the Chosen and Waterdeep bouncing back without missing a beat.
I mean, Orzhal is over. He's over in the corner, like grieving, trying to think about, like, did Ari just die? What's going on?
Yep.
He said he was
Just
fine.
like a dumb
Guys,
shit.
we did it. We did it. We're so good.
Ulzol, on you at this point, it is dawning. Of all the many friends you started with, you're down to 2. There's only 2 left that started this adventure. It's you and Mosnell. And as you
Mosnell's
feel
banging
this,
his head against the.
as you feel this sadness, you turn and look
my
to see
God.
Mosnell trying to break through. Give me a strength check, Mosnell.
For the love of God, please stop.
Beautiful.
I was deciding whether I wanted to do that, but you set it up too good.
Yeah.
I had to.
You got to. You got to now.
I have to. You were
This is
just
the
like, it's
way.
only you and Mazdal. I was like, okay, now Mazdal has to slam his head.
This is the way that Mosnell dies. This is the We Are Gods moment.
I'm going to rage.
You're probably still raging. He literally just died.
That's a good point.
It's probably been a few minutes and you don't lose your rage.
Okay. That's good then.
And then
Okay.
just rage only lasts a minute.
Yeah, it'll last.
Okay, whatever. Then you're
Later
raging.
barbarian stuff. There's like
I'll rage again. It's fine.
Yeah.
relentless rage, I think, is a thing.
It is, but it only lasts a minute.
Be a real shame if I ambush you after this BBEG fight with a total
Swear to God, Reed.
another fight. 18. You crack your head in very hard to break the rock, and there's a little bit of a dent, and you're now bleeding from the head.
Did I take damage?
I'd say probably about 2 bludgeoning.
So, 1.
Yeah. Yeah. You could do
So
more.
I've got a Morning Star. I can try and use that and just smack it against the stone a few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
I have an idea actually,
Okay.
and I'll do a sharp inhale and exhale on said rock with my breath weapon,
Mm-hmm.
which does 5d6 acid damage,
Wow,
Yep.
that's strong.
13 acid damage.
It burns through the front of it and out tumbles Ragnorum to the ground just with a very heavy thud. Mosnell, give me a dex saving throw to not be crushed by Ragnorum.
Crushed. Yeah.
Even though you're like, you went out of your way and you're like, oh, I didn't get sprayed. Oh, yeah, he's 13 feet tall. I'm still within range.
Okay. 11.
You are crushed by Ragnorum's carcass as he lays on
I was
top
still
of
a
you.
bit dizzy.
Yep. You're like, oh. You do a little like both directions, and on top of you, you take, I'd say, 15 bludgeoning damage.
Reduced to
He's so big. Oh.
Yeah, now you are pinned probably you're like under his wing here. There's like the wing muscle and his arm is laying on top of you right now.
His
So-
traps are huge.
Oh yeah, so you need some help to get out. You can give me a strength check to try and push yourself out, and other
I'll go
people
and
can
give
help.
him some help.
I can help him. It's fine.
Go,
I-
yeah,
Was the one who got us into this mess.
21.
21. Okay, Charnook, what's your strength roll to?
19.
Oh yeah, easily enough. The barbarian buddies, get real. Dream team.
Boys and
Pulling
girls.
him up. Mosnell's able to get out. Tyrion's helping Mosnell get his footing about him and pull. Well, one's pushing up and one's pulling himself out. You are now free of Ragnorum's grasp once
I
again.
kick him in the head. I kick Ragnorum in his stupid big head.
It is meaty. It is hard. It is satisfying, and it's a bit painful on the hoof.
Bit on him. Fuck this guy.
I think Bologna would like to inspect her prey.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, yes, I would.
Make an investigation check.
Thank you. Ooh, 27.
Looking about, it appears that the markings of madness on Ragnorum have faded, and only the markings of nature are still present on Ragnorum.
You're not worthy of those.
As you look around his body, you do notice glowing underneath his chest, coming out from the bottom, are some of the glows. So he definitely fell onto where the gemstones are. The long blades appear to be in his arm.
Yeah.
and they don't currently appear to be active with any effects. He has a very long tail and spikes about him, doesn't carry any money on him. He's giant lizard folk. He doesn't really need money.
Well, could I carve out the long swords from his carcass?
You could attempt to. He does
Ragnorum swords?
He has very hard skin. So you can attempt this.
I'm sure we could use the...
I'm gonna help Shalamir try to get at the stove.
I was just offering that for like anyone who wants. If no one wants them, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Cough, barbarians, cough.
Does crap.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Ignatius?
No.
The Gracious?
Our Dragonborn
What?
companion.
Tellius?
Tellius.
Yeah. What?
thank you.
Oh my god, what?
Does
Whoop.
Tellius, sorry, it's been too long.
It's fine.
Does Tellius still have his markings of madness that he got from Ragnorum?
He has them, but they're white. Remember, from
I'm
all the
different.
way back when he chose the Oath of Ice, it turned them white. From
Okay. I was just
inside that
curious
area.
because Ragnorum died, his are gone. I'm like, oh, are his gone too? But no, they're still there.
Mine, it's different. They're like a brand, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it is noticing that. It is strange. This is not. You've seen madness people die and they don't lose their markings of madness. Ragnorum may play different rules with your investigation check as well. Bologna, you do recall the other half of Ragnorum you met. He is a deity. So
Yes.
maybe other rules apply.
That is fair. This is what happens when a deity gets corrupted. Intriguing. Well, I would like to take one of these for my trophy room eventually. This is the greatest prey I've ever slain. So
As she's pointing to the fucking long blade of his giant
Yeah,
arm, as
so-
Shalamir's like, come on!
yeah.
trying
So
to
if
get
anyone
up.
want, we should get the stuff that's under him. So we'll need a team to maybe move the body.
Would you like to attempt a 10-person turn Ragnorum over?
I mean, is that
9-person.
necessary?
He's fucking heavy.
He's huge.
9-person. Let's get this right.
Oh,
Yeah.
it hurts.
It was a, oh!
I think I'm having a heart attack.
Let's do it.
All right. Everyone give me a strength or athletics check to move
Ooh,
Ragnorum.
athletics.
Why
Woo!
would you ever choose strength when you can choose athletics?
25.
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh boy. The 13 for Tellius and 6 for Bologna.
Okay.
9 for
Oh,
Wolf.
yeah.
19 for Tyrion.
Oh my god, Tyrion's buff.
Buff
28.
wizard.
Ralia, I'll say, is bad, and Shalmir's good.
Oh, I have advantage because rage, right?
Yep.
If you're raging.
Yeah, so that's a 28.
There you go.
Oh, we
So
both got 28.
it's pretty clear some people are doing the majority of the heavy lifting here, and the rest are just guiding along. Help! It's bulk, so it's good to have the guide. But for the most part, Mosnell, Charnook, and Shalmir are lifting the heavy weight. Tyrion, though, doing a lot more than everybody else. Their share. The rest of the group is just sort of helping. Ragnorum is turned over, and on the ground you do see the two halves of the grass stone. You do see the sunstone. They are no longer invisible. That was a spell that was put on them by Shalmir and Ralia. And you do seem to see Ragnorum's chest glowing slightly with a strange, a dim, like purplish black glow to it.
Like his chest, or is there
His-
something on it?
His chest
It
cavity.
looks like on the chest, in the chest.
He has Tyrion speaking up. He has some sort of a gem in there. I remember last time we did a fair amount of damage to him. There's something embedded within his chest that
That's right.
appears after he's taken damage.
Well, we should probably take it out. He's not going to use it where he's going.
smash the Morning Star into his chest and rip it out.
Don't! Oh my god, you're gonna break the gem!
Oh, if it's something that kept him alive all this time, I'm sure this isn't going to do anything.
As
You
you
break the gem, it's on
smash
you.
the Morning Star into it, his skin reacts, but everywhere the Morning Star connects with the gemstone, it causes your Morning Star to shatter.
Oh, well,
Well,
It's all right.
that's on you.
it's
That
fine.
was a-
It
that was
is
a good-
looser. It is looser now.
Good test.
It is a multitude of shards you see in his chest. It looks like a multitude of like gemstone shards are inside the chest.
So maybe we just cut out the chest piece there, and then we extract the shard.
Is this like something that we would need surgical precision to?
I'm gonna take my
Just get a big hunk.
plus one dagger, magic dagger, and I'm gonna start working on it to try and get them out.
Give me a medicine check.
There you go.
I mean, the metagamer in me wants to say Ulazal's helping, but I don't know. If he
18.
is.
18.
Doesn't need
Tyrion
to.
doesn't need the
Yeah.
help. Over the course of probably 20 minutes to cut it all out and get all the different shards, you were able to get quite a bit of these shards out. They're all glowing, and in each shard, it looks like there's just like almost like a fog inside them and shifting around. It's very reminiscent of the glow inside the sunstone.
Can Laura get her shit out? Her
What's that?
trophy?
The swords.
Yeah, at least one of them, yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take any magic weapon, dagger, sword that you have, and you can give me a medicine check too.
Can I
7.
cast?
What'd you just say?
7.
You just keep hitting bone at the moment, and it's not going well. I'd say you started trying to brute force it, and then you start noticing you're doing a lot more damage than good right now. And his bone is almost like an infusion of metal, and it's definitely not going through it. So you got to stop at this one right now. You got to regroup and reassess what's going on. This is not your normal. Normally you're terrific at this, and damn.
Fair enough.
Can I cast mending on the shards to try and unify them?
Sure. Casting mending on the shards, you get the clear sense that these are magical in nature and they need to be put there's some process more than typical magic that will put these back together. I'd say everybody can give me an intelligence check right now.
Should I even bother?
11.
18 for Ulazal, 5 for Charlie.
Natural 20 for Bologna.
Okay.
22.
And Brawley is really high and Shelmer's very low.
3 for Mosno,
Yeah.
8 for Ignatius.
You're Mosnell, you're like, wow, Bologna really made quite some work of yeesh, yikes. He didn't cut that out right. You missed. She got a 7 on trying to get this sword out. Not going so
Oh,
hot.
no.
So you're
no.
distracted by how bad a job she just did, and you're like, I've skinned a lot in my day, but I've never skinned something with 26 AC, so I cut her some slack. So for the natural 20 for Bologna, it is abundantly clear this is probably from the song that Shalmir shared with everybody at this point. This is probably the Moonstone or the Shadow Stone. And aspects of it. It's not all of it at this point. And Ralia would have the same inclination. She would most likely address this if she was, more engaged, and Luke could make it tonight.
Shalamir, do you want to carry these shards, or do you want me to put them in the bag?
Maybe it's best we don't keep them all in one place. As we've seen, it can be costly. As he glances over towards the body of Eve.
Are her markings of madness still there?
As you walk over to take a look, they still are.
Hmm.
Tomorrow.
If only I weren't tapped out.
It's like your DM put you down to your very last spell.
Oh, wait, hold on. Bologna's not tapped out, I lied.
Damn.
Damn.
Need to kill more freak bags first. Anything
okay,
else
she
you
doesn't
guys
know
want to
yet.
do inside here? You have recovered the stones, the sunstone. You now have both halves of the grass stone, and you have shards of the moonstone.
Yeah,
And we have
Bologna's gonna cast...
all-
The orb's like bamfed out, right?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, do we not have them?
Another natural one. Good job, Bologna. You're doing great.
Charnuke got a dirty 20 on that.
Hey, Charnook,
Tally's got a 30.
it's real tough to miss the orb you've been looking for forever, and like all your sacred religion artifacts are just sloppily rolling around the room right now.
Oh,
They're
I thought
just
that, like,
on the
you
floor.
Dragon balled out of here.
Yeah, and to here, and they like bounce like pinballs, and now they're dormant, but they're still here.
I'm gonna scoop those up.
Hey, you're doing
Oh
great.
shit, we get to loot this whole place.
Yeah, I mean, at the cost of, everyone we love. So,
I mean, it's awful, but
Um,
I'm not gonna just leave it here.
Charnook,
okay.
here, and I put the medallion of Pyrock in his hand.
Give me all of my culture right now.
Tyrion actually is gonna go up to Shalamir and just be like, "Would you be willing to come with me? I need to go find something."
Certainly.
That's not ominous.
Fucking normal. That's me.
Yep.
Right?
I'm gonna take Shalamir out of the vault.
Oh, okay.
I need to find things.
Okay.
Well, he just transferred it all to Tyrion. It's fine.
Those two
It just
disappear for everybody who's still
I
in
mean,
the vault.
you could have asked me as I was leaving, but you didn't. It wasn't a secret.
Too much weight of, hundreds of years of memories and whatnot coming back. Yep.
Future.
What?
Oh wait, actually, before
Yeah.
Tyrion leaves,
Sure.
who's with Blackstaff when she fell?
Myself and Ignatius.
Ignatius.
Where was that?
On a street.
Just describe the surrounding.
Would you like me to?
We
Would
had
you?
recently jumped off a building.
Yep.
It was Ignatius. Ignatius would not. You're talking like Mosnell.
Oh yeah. Yes. Well, we had recently jumped off a building in order to get away from Ragnorum, and I believe
what were
the
the
buildings were
buildings?
in like a U shape.
Mm-hmm. And it was like a
Yeah.
courtyard, and there was a
There
water
was a
fountain.
courtyard. The buildings were in a U shape. We jumped off, and that's
Describe. What did the water fountain look like?
where water fountain.
Yeah. Easy enough. Obviously, you guys aren't
A
going to
water fountain, duh.
He's able to describe a water fountain that you're familiar with. That is in one of the higher rent districts of Waterdeep. It's in one of the richer sections, but you are familiar with it.
I'm gonna take Shalamir and go in that direction.
Okay. And then
That's
you're
what
gonna
the water fountain looked like.
exactly that. Everybody else who's still in the vault, is there anything else you would like to do in here before?
Bologna wants to cast Sending to Ragnorum Gekum,
Okay.
the alive one.
Oh.
Or is he dead already? I can't remember if he died or not.
Oh,
He's
he
died,
was
right?
dead.
You guys saw a vision. He died. Yeah.
Yeah,
he killed the
I
other
felt it actually. So now,
Yeah, the evil stepbrother Ragnorum broke
Yeah.
the statue that was good Ragnorum.
yes, that's right. Well,
Um,
check to make sure my markings of nature is still there, I guess.
Yeah, no, that shit's still on you. You're still champion among us, so that's pretty good.
Well, I did what I had to do, so I don't know.
I'm done with this campaign.
Yeah.
I definitely saw nothing of interest. I just killed my biggest game, and definitely nothing else bigger just came in
Nope.
front of me.
No, I mean those are
Not
just
me.
birds, really.
Don't sound like me.
Ignatius
birds.
is going to talk to. Oh, why can't I remember anybody's names tonight?
It's been a while. Been a while.
Charnook.
Mhm.
Ignatius is going to go talk to Charnook.
Mhm.
Do you need assistance looking for certain things?
I'm looking for orbs. I'm looking for 4 medallions. I'm looking for anything vaguely bold people related. So I'm pretty sure I might be the last one. And I think my new life's mission is to find myself a lady and repopulate my entire species.
Hey, you and me too, brother.
I think that is a worthy goal. But I'll do what I can to help you out collecting your people's belongings.
And also, there's like a ton of gold in this room, right? Like, probably scoop a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
I don't really want to say that in like a big way because I know people are like dealing with stuff and a lot of people just died, but also it's right there.
As you glance, as Charnook gives you the eye, Ignatius, you glance, still seeing mounds and mounds of gold coins and other coins in here. Most of it has left, either fallen through the cracks, disappeared with the death of the Lich, or during your fight was dissolved or disintegrated, but there's still quite a hoard still inside here.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find a use for all this. Well, I mean,
Ignatius, you're able just to ask everybody for their medallions, as Charnook did, and everybody who had medallions, I imagine, would hand them over and then wouldn't put up a fight. Since Luke's not here to sabotage this, Ralia definitely hands it over if she had one. I believe she did.
You're gonna be missing one.
Shalmir had one?
No.
you
Ari has one.
Harry,
Which one did Ari have?
He has the medallion of Theron.
You know, that's poetic. You know, you guys, you bailed on Theron. You guys were like not interested in that portion of the story, and that's what caused all this fucking shit to happen. This,
Too funny.
you know,
Well, he'll be back. It's fine.
he'll be back bearing gifts, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, you're able to recover 3 of the medallions and 4 of the orbs.
Heck yeah.
all right.
The orbs are all no longer shiny and glowing. They all seem almost opaque in the way they look, or opaque and dormant. But there's still like
Orbs.
warmth to them. It just seems like they have been spent for whatever they've used Dragon Ball Z style.
Charnook, these looked like they got turned off.
That might just I'm just gonna put them where they need to go and just kind of hope for the best, honestly.
I mean, that's all we can do, I guess. But we might want to look into what is possibly different about them, or if they're expended, or if
Maybe they recharge or something.
maybe that's something we should definitely look into.
Yeah, I'd like to look into the as I tap on one of the like pits or whatever the heck.
It's pretty far up, like the pit's down, or the pit's or up. You're looking for
Down.
Yeah. It's there. Actually, they were filled. So the pits that were there
were
where
they?
they came out. Remember,
Okay.
the angelic statues came out. So it's now just
Gotcha.
4 angelic statues where they have their swords pointed toward the center, and the cauldrons that the medallions were floating in. Those
right.
are all out and about right
Well,
now.
then at least look at the statues, and then
Yep.
I'll motion over to Bologna to kind of like nod at like, hey, can you look at those giant fucking things in the sky? Maybe.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and make
So
an
she'll-
investigation check to check them out.
Also, how much gold can I pocket?
How much can you hold without getting encumbered?
Let me look up the rules for that real quick.
So I have the not encumbered by coin, like Skyrim.
No. Because inside here, collectively, you guys can search and get a general idea. These are
I can carry-
estimates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 200 pounds worth of coins.
Well, there's about 10,000 platinum pieces in here. There's 400,000 gold pieces, 100,000 silver pieces, and 1,000,000 bronze pieces inside the vault.
It's a lot of pennies.
That's left.
We may be able to make use of that.
The real goal here is it's very difficult to move mounds of heavy gold. So you can pocket as much as you can from gold, starting with gold first. The platinum pieces are much harder to get. They're at like the bottom, and it's difficult to find, and you can't just Scrooge McDuck your way through. You also have the benefit of technically it's in a vault, and it's a hole in the ground and water deep. So like, where's it gonna go? I mean, people might jump in and steal it. They're poor now, most likely.
They absolutely would.
They have nothing. They could use
I
it.
mean,
But like,
We also have a. Let's not forget we have a giant.
I earned this. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think
Sure.
We have a giant stash that we teleported
Yeah,
here before this all happened as well.
I don't care. There's more.
I think we should.
There is at
Before-
least
before we
one
start-
bag of holding in that room.
Before we start pocketing everything, we should think about the good this money could do. Ragnorum and all of these bad things that have happened caused a lot of pain and destruction that could be helped with some of this, I think.
hmm We can leave that to the rulers of Waterdeep to decide. I got a 9 for my investigation. Bologna got a 19.
they seem just like beautiful sculptures. They have coordinating symbolism with the elemental gods on them. But besides that, nothing too revealing, nothing that leads to any other points of interest.
Got it.
Definitely seems divine in nature and definitely came out of nowhere. Deus Ex Machina, am I right? No. I set this up like 100 episodes ago.
And Bologna got a 19 for hers when she was flying on her carpet, looking at the.
That was a description for Bologna. For Tellius, you
Okay.
don't make anything, basically.
Gotcha.
With a 3.
It was a 9, but thanks.
9. So 9. Nice statues.
No, I'm not mad. It's fine.
You know, when you say it like that, I think you are.
What else do we got?
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to do inside the vault?
Uh, Generally look to see if there's anything that we didn't catch on during our fight.
Yeah, you can make another
like a more-
investigation check.
More in-depth sweep through the area.
Sure.
All the magic items we just left sitting on the floor.
That too, but we know about those. I would hope. All right, Bologna gets a 26. Talia's got an 8.
Yeah, Bologna, there's a lot of magical weapons spread around the floor.
Gather those and just put them in the center.
Yeah, okay, so I'll just copy and paste this in chat.
Thanks.
Nice.
I will take a look at
What you've already got, what you already have from this list, you already have from this list. You didn't find an additional one. This is just the entire
Gotcha.
list of what was in there.
Gotcha.
And
Holy.
it's all of them are charms of Boros, Gruul, Azur, Demir, but they're not. They're just the item. I just want to make it easy for you in D&D Beyond. It's just the item. And some of you already used one of them, I believe.
Yes, I think that did happen.
So you can cross whatever one you guys used in the fight off the list. Everything else is, I mean, you guys went inside a magic vault. This should be the treasure hoard of the century. You had Ragnorum and a Lich and a BBG. You're all level 17. We're in the end game. Things are going to be disproportionate. Get used to it. You are masters of the universe. Things are going to be a lot more trivial to you than they used to be.
We're playing with the big boys now.
What's that?
We're playing with the big boys now.
Yeah, things are going to get a lot worse too.
Biden of Thassa. What does that do?
I think that's supposed to say trident.
Nope. Thassa has a
Biden,
Biden,
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's from Magic the Gathering, and it's from Theros, and it's a really cool thing.
Okay.
I wanted part of it. It's most
is
like,
anyone taking note of all that stuff?
The Tyrion has the Scroll of Comet, so
He
you can
does.
cross
Okay.
that off your list.
that'll definitely never bite me in the ass again. Can't wait to set up an encounter that I have a fucking Scroll of Comet waiting for me. Joy.
The
Does anyone have any of the
Holy-
charms?
You should totally use it when we come across
I believe-
like one
the Rakdos charm.
Does
is gone.
Ralia have a
one
charm?
goblin. Just
Yep. I believe Rakdos was used, and Gruul, I
Yeah.
believe, was taken by Ralia. Everything else, I
Okay.
believe you didn't find the rest of those. Ring, a wand, a couple swords, a shield, an amulet, staffs, scroll. He has the Bident, smoking armor, and the bead of nourishment somebody picked up earlier too. I think it was
Okay.
also Tyrion.
Okay, I'm just gonna add all that stuff to Tally's inventory, I guess, for now, and
Yeah,
then
sure.
we'll just figure it out later.
Yeah.
Redistribute it later.
Yeah, Tyrion has.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you. I'll just do that
Yeah,
while we're
no
chilling.
problem. So yes, you've
Or something. Or something.
Charnook, you could add like 1,000 gold coins to your inventory, just panic adding gold. And then you were shouting at your friends, so you were slowed down. You could probably carry a lot more, but
I'm rich.
it's up to you.
So rich.
Inside the vault, got that, got the money.
Oh, Willisal drinks this potion of Kill Ragnorum.
It worked.
It works.
Feels great. You feel great.
Oh, God. Oh,
You know what? Everything's fine. Who cares? You know, Ari talked to you. He'll probably be all right. This will work itself out.
He's gonna be fine.
Fucking great. This is great. What a great day. Everything's great. And then it's about 30 seconds later, you're like, oh no, not so great. Not great. Oh no, all those emotions came back. Now I'm aware of what it was suppressing. This isn't great at all.
Oh, this is worse. How do people do this?
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do before leaving the vault?
Yeah, Bologna's gonna see if she can find Eve's corpse.
Yep. Easy enough.
Willisal's gonna take a crack at removing the blades from Ragnorum's arms.
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
So I ask everyone if we can bring her with us to give her at least a proper burial, along with all of our other fallen comrades.
17 on the medicine check.
It's difficult, and you're having a lot of trouble, like Bologna did. You started on the other one, and this stuff is clearly a part of him, and it is made of a metal that is harder than what magic you're using. And you'd probably have to get some sort of specialized metal, or have like an adamantium blade to cut through this properly, because it's basically adamantium but a flesh version.
Very strange. We shouldn't leave his corpse here, should we? Should we just integrate it?
What do you want to do with it?
I think we should disintegrate it.
Ralia might be able to use it.
I think we should leave it for, L'Oreal or someone to look at.
Yeah. Works for me.
Okay.
I don't really want to carry it.
I cast Raise Dead. Ha, it didn't
Right.
work. The DM's an asshole.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm certain Luke would have tried this.
Oh, he would have.
You would have.
Let me see
He's
what
probably been
spells
waiting
it is.
for that.
Probably riding a giant Ragnorum corpse in the battle.
No.
Imagine.
I can carry Eve.
Ow.
Let's see. She has an 8th level. Yeah, she has an 8th level Disintegrate.
Yeah, no, she's pretty smart. I don't think she'd use that, you know?
All the smaller spells she used. So she would have to burn her 8th level Disintegrate if she wanted to.
We can leave it for L'Oreal and see what she wants to do.
Up to you guys.
This is a conversation for later. We need to, like Balone said, gather our wounded and dead. See what we can do.
Okay.
Did I? I think I divine interventioned already, but
You
if
did.
Not.
You did.
Okay.
Shalmir and Tyrion, you lead him about takes about 20 minutes to get there, even after you guys get out. You find the streets are battered, destroyed, cobblestones crumbled over, houses are still have minor fires on them. You see the occasional like menace raptor walk through, and Shalmir goes up and like clubs one of them with his hammer and like smashes it. There's definitely going to be an aspect to Waterdeep of like cleaning out all the remaining madness creatures, but the horde is no longer anywhere to be found. They don't seem to be here anymore, just stragglers. You do find yourself inside the square, and you can begin to make investigation checks to try and see if the black
Yeah.
staff is around.
I'm gonna be looking for that.
Go for it.
What are the charms called in D&D Beyond?
It should be just like Rakdos, but we have to have the Guilds of Ravnica edition. On
I just don't know if they're like charms or if there's something else.
Charms,
Because I
yes.
only see... Alright, I only see Guild Signet and Key Rune. So, I don't know if there's something else.
Oh,
that-
you know, it might be Guild Signet. It's probably Guild
Okay.
Signet. It's
Okay.
annoying.
It's the one that gives you some spells.
Yeah.
Mosnell.
It's the Guild Signet.
Yeah. 19 investigation.
You can tell where the battle happened, where Ragnorm clearly came out to the description of Tullius and Ignatius. You can tell where they probably teleported away from and where Blackstaff and L'Oreal landed from being tossed and where they came out of. You don't find any Blackstaff.
Do you have an ability, Shalamir, to find items?
I think I do. Let me check D&D Beyond.
Locate object.
Shalmir.
Oh yeah, we should
Those.
cover stat.
What? You're cutting out. Get closer to your mic.
I was just thinking that we should probably recover like the physical black staff, if nothing else.
We
That's
did.
exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry.
I don't see locate object in his inventory. Is it called something else in spells?
No, that's the name of the spell.
Doesn't have it.
Shalmir does not appear to have it. He has identify. He's detect magic.
Bologna has it, I think. Sorry to metagame. I think Bologna has it, though.
That's fine.
No, she doesn't. I like.
See, that's why I don't care.
I don't have it prepped, and even if I did, I don't have the spell slots.
Yeah, she doesn't have it today.
I'm going to, because I can't. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have it. I'm gonna weave reality a little bit and
Mhm.
cast with my 9th level slot a locate object in this place.
Oof.
Second, 9th level. Certainly getting me nervous how free you guys are to use these.
You said it was trivial. What do you mean?
I gotta relocate object.
It's 1,000 feet. It's like a ping
Yeah.
sonar kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I cast Accio. Accio Blackstaff.
Doesn't seem to be within 1,000 feet.
That's not good.
All right.
I believe that's a 10-minute duration.
Yeah. I'm gonna sprout my wings and I'm gonna fly.
Give me an investigation check for the next 10 minutes.
That is a 17.
You cover a fair amount of Waterdeep, maybe a half of it being able to fly and doing your best to really, go as fast as you can. Never once do you get any indication that it's within 1,000 feet.
Okay.
Flying, though, you do notice back behind the, I believe it's the southwest area, there is a congregation of people. You do see the remnants of what's left in Waterdeep. From the sky, it looks like, give or take, 90% of the city fell to the horde,
God.
and there's about 10% left.
Wow.
I'll make my
Is
way
our
back
mansion-
to Shalamir.
Is our mansion up there?
Your mansion looks to be in shambles.
No.
We need to take the money so we can rebuild.
Just a mansion, though.
I'll fly back to Shalamir and we'll
Yeah.
regroup at the vault.
All right.
Oh no, what happened to Liff?
I cast Wish.
It's coming. It'll come. We'll see how
Lift
Wish
on?
goes. We'll have to find out. There's lots of questions, my friends.
Oh no.
As you come back towards the vault, your friends are just getting out of the vault, I'd say, as it took them time to look around, find things, and then be like, how the fuck are we getting up there? And then they figured a way to get the fuck up there. I'm going to make it easy and say you guys get out of the vault through sheer determination alone.
Excellent.
It's a hole in the ground. You're going to figure it out. Someone Ralia teleports and lowers a rope. It's fine.
Everyone grab on.
I'll just fly up and do it.
Just jumps.
Yeah, and you have the...
Massive quads.
I'll use the flying carpet to lower a rope there.
Perfect.
Easy money.
Easy.
I also can just help fly people.
Yep, exactly. We're good.
So all of you are now on the streets of Waterdeep as you see it as a ghost town. It is almost foreign to you. It seems like a place distant, foreign, and not a place you once called home. For the Chosen, it reminds them very much of some of the towns they passed through on their way to Strongclaw those many years ago. For the Waterdeep crew, it strongly reminds you of the port city you guys landed in when you were going to fight Orlith.
There seems to be a group of survivors down in the south. You said southwest?
Yep.
Yeah. Down in the southwest. We should make our way over there.
You also notice, like, where this vault isn't where, like, the mausoleum and the Nevermember's house was, and where, like, this is almost halfway across the city. So where this guy yanked out of reality is definitely off base from where it once was. So it's a little disorienting. What?
Harjam was sloppy, is what you're saying.
Oh, I mean, potentially, or didn't care. or betting planes is a delicate matter. It's a science. It's Anyway,
It's a precise procedure.
I'll just keep in mind the location.
Yep.
For now.
So a lot of you make your way toward the southwest. You can see that the walls have been built back up from the initial fireballs on both sides that let out to from the suicide charge to get you guys to the vault. On the way back in, there does seem to be like a door checkpoint that has been made, and you can see a Waterdeep soldier that doesn't look terribly shell-shocked. He looks bad, but like definitely smart to post the least shell-shocked guard here. As he sees a lot of you, and he opens his eyes a little bit, and he calls back in, and he motions you guys forward, his spear in hand and his fucked armor. It's okay, but dents are all in it, and gore's still on it. It's been one of the longest days ever for the survivors. As you guys enter in to the camp, you can see the bustle of soldiers trying their best to help the citizens that are here, trying to hand out aid, and it clearly looks like it's complete and utter evacuation. Nobody is trying to stay in Waterdeep at the moment. They're just trying to get people away from the city for the survivors. In the back corner of when you enter, it's a little ways off, there is clearly a tent, and it looks like a makeshift headquarters for the important people. There's a strong presence of both Northern and Waterdeep guards in front, and some Lin Ryu. What would you guys like to do?
Head towards the big important people.
Okay, just wanted to make sure, because I kept saying you guys go places, and I'm like, that's ballsy of a DM of me, just to keep pushing you along.
Bathhouse.
All right, to the bathhouse you go. Inside, you find the corpse of the king that wanted to send you on a mission. As you guys approach, the guards part without any issue. You can see a bit of excitement to their eyes. Most of it has the 1,000-yard stare, but seeing you alive is a sign of hope, a sign of the impossible, and maybe a sign of some way to turn this around. Approaching the table now, you see there's a table laid out in this dark canopy. There's some lights going on because it's the middle of the night. Candlelight is lit around, and there's a big group of people, a lot of which owe their lives to you, sitting around a table looking like they're trying to make a plan of action. You see Brine, who is cut up and beat up horribly badly, and she does appear to be missing her left arm. She has cuts all across her face. You can see claw marks that have come hard, and she has maybe a single sworn left with her as she sits at the table, and they're nursing her arm. L'Oreal, her regenerate has finished, and she is there looking much better than most here, though she is clearly troubled and exhausted. Calgary and Anastasia are back, and they are behind the table, looking down at a map. You can see Calgary is horribly troubled, and Anastasia is a little more grim than normal. More people.
I am.
But
yeah,
you can add something. I just have more people.
My first kind of thing with Tyrion would be rushing over to L'Oreal and Anastasia and whatever they're doing in the middle of. He would interrupt it and be like, I couldn't find the Black Staff. Right. That is somewhere out there.
That's kind of happening as all the other players are still taking in sight everything that's happening. The Black Panther Kareem is at the table. And he is sitting down with one of his surviving guards, and they're having conversation. They're all facing one another. Kane is in the back, and he looks very, very upset, almost unconsolable, with Arwen, the head of the captain guard at your home for the Chosen, is next to Kane trying to talk to him. And most importantly, at the center of the table, every one of you see and recognize Ulyrus.
Oh shit.
Nice
Oh,
of you to
and
show
Phi.
up.
And Phi is right next to Ulyrus.
I punch him in his stupid face. How could you leave?
Tyrion,
We needed you.
Tyrion rushed over, says the stuff to Anastasia and L'Oreal. Charnook, you say that, and you see him laughing a bit. And as you punch into him, and he laughs, and everyone looks up, and you can see everyone has like a breath of energy come into them as you all reappear. And you see Ulyrus. Well, I didn't quite have much to say to that. I wish I could have been back sooner. I've missed you all dearly. And
We need your brain.
you hear from the darkness inside here, that would probably be my fault. As you
Classic
see
Sundrel.
Sundrel of the Shadows finally come out.
Does he still have a ball sack for a chin?
He does. It's not a ball sack. It's just like a very long and fucked up chin.
Okay, does he still have the Thanos chin? Whatever.
Ish.
He's the
Well,
Crimson Chin.
It's all the same.
You see him, Tellius, but you recognize him.
God damn it.
He is not Sundrel to you, as you knew him. You remember him as Pemeras Skulker,
Oh, I know who that is.
the High Priest of Sundrel of the Shadows.
How do you spell that?
I will link it in
Not
chat.
the Sundrel you've been looking for.
I control F in my memories document. Not there.
I just sent it in the group chat. That is the name. Pemeras Skulker. Sorry to keep him from you, but you know how things are. Once you learn certain things, certain powers that be would prevent him from returning to his plane. And you see, Ulyrus, I did learn quite a bit, and it pained me a lot not to be able to share any of my findings from the great library Sundrel took me to. Last I saw you, it's so wonderful to see you all, and I've missed you dearly. Each of you, my friends.
Did you uncover the secrets of the world yet? While you were gone?
A lot of them. I certainly uncovered a lot of them. And
That is no surprise.
through the help of Sundrel, it has been a lovely... Well, I feel like I've kind of got the best end of the deal. While you guys were dealing with life and death, I was learning about the universe. As you see him like glance off, just...
Punch him.
No, he comes back.
Well, there's no need to rub it in, but yeah, we all did what we had to do to get here.
You guys have the body of Eve and Cain.
Yeah, Bologna does.
Cain looks over and he walks, and you just see him just beside himself as he goes to take the body from Bologna.
Yeah, she'll just give him a hug.
You see him in very broken common, but you see he's trying.
Yeah.
Wasn't herself sick. As he then walks off with Eve. What else would you guys like to do?
Ignatius is going to actually hang on, do I have? Yeah, Ignatius is going to cast Regenerate on Brian for her arm.
I was looking into it tomorrow, Brian. Hang in there.
You see her, bless you, as she starts to relax a little bit and her arm begins to heal. She goes, so we were enough. We were able to distract them for you. That's great.
Yes,
Assume you won.
Ragnorum has fallen, yes.
This is
It was Charnock who dealt the final blow. but it was a
Something else
Ultimately.
was released, unfortunately.
We saw, we
I'm
gathered.
gonna say
You see
pretty hard to
L'Oreal,
miss.
Yep. She just like, it would seem one problem leads to another. But this is excellent news that at least one tragedy has been stopped, and hopefully we can stop many more. We will look into finding the staff, Tyrion. This is a day of pain, great pain. Regrettably, we still have to do more counts, but by our estimates, a majority of Waterdeep was didn't make it through the night. I have not only failed Waterdeep as a leader, but as a protector as well.
There is no need to be so hard on yourself. It is not like one can predict a random apocalyptic event popping up out of nowhere. So, I think in light of the events that transpired, you're doing what you need to do, and we will be there to assist in the rebuild.
We are fighting
We will-
gods.
Yes.
It's incredible that any of us survived.
They're
What
just
do you have?
nodding in acceptance. Yep, sorry, go ahead.
What do you have as far as a relocation plan?
You see Lyris kind of chips in. Well, it would appear that this was a coordinated assault that happened. Nature's Hold was attacked from the inside. It appears anybody that has the markings of madness could be susceptible to being taken over. They believe Eve, she was the one that ended up opening the vault, recovering the orbs, and bringing them here herself. Blackstaff is still unresponsive, and we're monitoring Anastasia as best we can. And you just kind of see Anastasia just off, not happy.
Blackstaff is in a safe place
Yes.
at the moment.
Yes. It is best if we try and find a stronghold to buckle down. And funny enough, with all of our wars, literally every capital is in ruins now. Waterdeep is in ruins. The capital of
Tengdorf?
yes, Tendorf's done. No, but right next to Minna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ivory City.
Yep, the Ivory City's in shambles. Tendorf's in shambles, and Nature's Hold is in shambles.
Are we the good guys, really?
Well, we didn't do that.
That was me. That wasn't anyone else.
The only still standing capital on this side of the world is Skoberheim. So we should try to send word to Skoberheim to maybe find an alliance of sorts is one option. Fuck you guys. I love it. Oh, you guys are great.
Joke's on us.
Everybody's dead.
Yeah, is that what we should do?
The other plan is to try and find a new stronghold in one of the other secure positions inside a tool. This could come from one of the many fortresses that are around. The Frozen Fortress is an option again, but it was heavily worn down thanks to the war. Inside Freya, there is talks of maybe some of the minor cities that were defense of Tendorf, and potentially even trying to set up some sort of preliminary base at Phandalin. And there is a secondary city not too far from here where the whatever they call the secondary in the secondary forces, what do they call that? The reserves.
Auxiliary.
In Waterdeep, reserves and auxiliary, yep. So it's most likely we will be. Any business that needs to be made for each kingdom will be made out of these secondaries. So the Frozen Fortress, I don't have the map in front of me, but it's just north of Waterdeep and just west of Tendorf, as Neverwinter's still trying to get rebuilt in the process.
House civilians in our hold if we need the space, right? We have the capacity for that at our holds.
Oh,
to at
yeah,
least
for
hold
sure.
some of the civilians, just
Yep.
to give them a place.
That's wonderful news. We can have distribute all those still surviving during this humanitarian crisis, and have any refugees sent toward Jingzhou and any of the capitals. I think everybody's in agreement here, all leaders involved, that we've got each other's backs, that we're all in this to try and get through whatever this is.
Also, for help rebuilding and getting everyone back on their feet. The vault is now permanently in Waterdeep, and the Lich there was killed during the battle, and all of the gold and platinum there is available for us to use to rebuild.
You see, Kareem, I told you they were hiding a lich here. I knew it!
There's also the matter of the dispensary of gold we teleported to the outpost. I don't know if that's still intact or not, but
It is. The outpost is 2 hours outside Waterdeep and was left undestroyed.
yes.
You see, L'Oreal, that's very good. We can use this as a way to continue what shambles of an economy we still have and pay people to do services. Pretend like we're still functioning. Pretend money still works.
L'Oreal, I had a thought. I might not be able to arrange it for today, but of potential. I've heard of a spell that we might be able to use to safeguard it in the short term. I was gonna go over it with you. I don't know the spell myself, but I recall reading about it, and I was gonna confer with you so we could try and safeguard and prevent theft of these resources.
Okay. I look forward to it. Thank you.
Do we need to be concerned of anything coming out of the mountain that Alistair fell from? Now that he's not there.
I would say, as long as we don't go into the mountain, there is no problems with the mountain. From what my spies have told me, inside the Mad Mage has many, many mazes and many, many creatures to protect himself in there. Now they will just either eat themselves or, as you know what happens in power vacuums, something might rise to the top.
Okay. More problems. So logistically, how are we? What's our priority? What do we do now?
Well, they all start looking back to Lyris, and you see Lyris. That's kind of why we're back. And you see Sandro. I was waiting for everybody to get here, so I'd only have to do this once. As he shambles around, he's got his simple robes on as he comes through. Well, you all saw what came out. That is what we like to call a dragon. They
Yes.
are powerful creatures, that lot. When he says that, both Mosnell and Ulazul, you recall, you have seen a dragon before.
Yep.
At Thunder Tree.
Yep.
And you believe that hallucination might have been the first dragon being turned by the madness.
Ooh.
We don't like that.
How is it here?
It wasn't him. That was a green dragon you saw back then.
No. I'm saying, how was it here? were the dragons sealed away, or have they just been concealed?
Well, that's the whole fun scenario we're in right now. Dragons used to be an abundant thing back in my time. And they all got sealed away for doing some not some great stuff, and for some really petty reasons, if you ask me. But basically, the both dragons and dragon kind alike were taken from this world and
That's
put
me.
into another one. As he points to Tellius, yes, I tried to tell Tellius here that he was dragonborn and of dragonkin, but it did not work. It confirmed my suspicion that there was something more powerful afoot, stealing such memories from the world. This is what I believe led a friend of ours, Orlith, to try and do the same. When she botched her ritual to bring my master to this world, she got me instead. You guys
Fair enough.
recall when the Waterdeep crew came in and opened the magic circle, you felt this black force whiz by you guys. That might have been Sundrel.
Who knows?
So, that memories you probably have now is about Melora. She's a tough cookie. Her return to this world probably means something pretty rough. Basically, many eras ago, the gods didn't see eye to eye so well, and there was a thing happening called the Collapse. Not the one you're all familiar with. Yours is,
Right, the other one.
Yes, yes, equally sad, yours, but nowhere
Yes.
close as to quite the consequences. So it's sort of, I'm trying to dance lightly here. Eulyrus, how would you put this? You see little Iris like, nope, no, it's you. It's your go. He's like, good call, Eulyrus, good call. I'd say a cleansing of sorts. They're trying... You're familiar with polytheism? Well, we're looking at more of a monotheistic look to the world shortly if we don't do anything. And that could be troublesome.
Problematic, yeah.
Yes. In my ventures here to try and get my master to return to the world, just come up short. It seems that you guys fucked the ritual up real good. So I'm a little proud, to be honest with you. But that was what brought me here instead of him. And now he's sort of just stuck in the old plane of cinder. So I find that honestly hilarious.
And who is your master again?
Oh, of course, right. I've called myself Sundrel of the Shadows, but Sundrel is...
We know who you are, Pam. Come on.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
No, it's a very common thing to know.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Yes, exactly.
Am I the only one? I didn't know that.
Everybody keeps shaking their heads, and
I have no idea what's going on.
Hemoras is just like, silly, daft. Tullius is with me here. That's all I need.
Of course, I've been with you the whole time.
Exactly, my son. Very good to see you. Let me say,
Yes.
it's good to actually see you again. As he
Right,
nods
yeah.
to you, like you actually have those eyes.
I'll give
of
him the wink.
recognition. Yep. Yeah, very good, very good. What else? I had to make sure there were things I had to tell you. Very good. Yes. Yep. So he's stuck there. Pretty funny. He's looking at his
So-
hand, and it's written
Wait,
like
he-
shitty chalk that's rubbing off. Just like I didn't know my hands sweated so much.
Is that
Oh.
a thing Melora took away from you? The sweaty hands? Is that?
No. This is just par for the course of being stuck like this. Anyway, Melora probably will talk to any one of you at any given time. maybe excessively.
Not this again.
It'll get annoying, certainly. My advice: don't listen to her. That's just me. She starts telling you to do things for her. Don't.
it.
Keeps going.
That's easy enough.
Now, point here. Melora was never right in the head again after the Third Era. Key point of the details I won't bore you with, but Corlin was all about law and order, and Melora's all about chaos and entropy, and they don't see eye to eye, obviously. Their ideologues were kind of an issue, and that might have caused the collapse. Who knows? Scholars debate. Anyway, a ghastly bunch it was, but it was a bit derailed by things. You've ever heard of a thing called a magocracy?
We're well acquainted, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The floating place.
Yeah, it's about 5 of those, and they became an issue because figured out how to kill gods, and that's scary. So something happened between the 3 that resulted in Melora clearly being imprisoned, and with the fellow dragon gods, and Corlin distancing himself from the world, and the magocracy sort of disappearing. I don't really have a clue what happened, but I do know where it happened, and I just, well, quite frankly, I don't want to go there. So I was kind of waiting for somebody else to do it for me. And he's just
And where is
looking
this
at the group
place?
right now.
We're really good at going places.
Well, hold on, Mosmo.
Oh,
Let's not volunteer. Oh my
I see a
God,
volunteer.
damn it.
Prayers are answered. Thank you, Mosnell, for you see him pick you up with like an impressive force for like the fucking little guy he is with his messed up jaw to his feet, shaking your hand. That is my wonderful. Glad you are. Here on your map, Eulyrus has a proper map of the current world here, and you actually see a map of Xenia. It is a place they call the Dark Desert. Right here, right there. As he points.
I'm sorry, what was
to the
that?
map. Eulyrus, you're better with pronouncing names, aren't you? You see him sort of like going around. He starts picking up some food in the background. And to Eulyrus, yes. It would seem it's the Dark Desert. It is the area here in the map where the sands have turned to black, and it is endless cloud cover, and it is said that those who walk in never leave.
Okay, I was about to ask if all the sand turned black, and then you said all the sand turned black. Now we have to go, because that sounds awesome.
You see, he doesn't even look back. It is done. Shut in stone, I say, as he's just eating stuff in the background.
Where physically in the world is this?
It is on a set far south of the city.
Lanil.
Yes, it's on the border of Lanil, south of Lanil, the border of Jalasia and Penk,
Oh.
across the Mall of the World.
Yeah, it's just like a little blotch of darkness.
And he turns, well, since that's all decided, I can tell you a few more things. Most likely, Pargem's going to release all of his friends, and you see his eyes just go, for a brief moment, you see him just see, like, almost a minor fear in Pemerath's, go up, so you used to call him, Pemerath's eyes, and then it goes back to his normal, it's like,
Don't think about it.
his friends. So that's probably what he's up to about now. I believe you're quite acquainted with them. When you guys were in Vecna's cave over there, you could fill in the details. It goes back to like now looking and like carving out whatever like dip was left inside this like bread bowl of sorts, and just like you see some of the people here like L'Oreal just giving him a glare, and someone's like, that was for everyone. Like,
Now, if I recall correctly, Sunderil of the Shadows was among the list of dragons. I guess these are. along with all of those other. Sundral was right up there with Artem. Are they evil, or do they have different moral set? Do I need to be concerned?
You see Sundral. Wow, as he comes back over to the table. Now you're asking the interesting questions. And you see Lyra's like, it actually has been very fascinating to read up and on all of them. Yeah, there's lots of details he knows. He can bore you with them. But this is what you really need to crack down to. 6 of these guys, right? Sundral's the best, bar none. All right, don't worry about it. That's all you need to know. Nothing to worry about. You could get him out. I would be very happy about that. Anybody happen to have the old fail-safe on them? Nope. Okay, didn't think so. So, moving on. The other ones, I'll give you the download. Pargem, he's goes King of the New Gods, Pargem the Immortal, all these titles. He's a big believer in those things, hierarchies. And he's a big fan of subjugation and domination. So he's probably building his hierarchy again. I am not a big fan of that. Ryzog of the Endless Void. No, that's mine. Yes, you see somebody going up. One of the captain of your guard is going to grab one of them. When he's like, no, that one's definitely gonna. I had my eyes on that. As he eats a little more of the food and bread here. Ryzog of the Endless Void. Well, he loves destroying things, mainly things other people value, both physical and emotional.
Wow.
It's a bit entertaining, the emotional stuff, but like when it's not you. So we try to stay clear of that. Tharizdun, Everlasting Light, or the Blowhard, however you want to call it. I won't stop you. He just likes to be on the winning side. He likes survival at all costs, and he's as vain as it gets. Zelrog, of Rebirth, or the Sapphire, probably second favorite. Like Sundral? Sundral. Sundral. He keeps going higher on Sundral. Zelrog. She just likes to be entertained. She just does what's interesting to her. Amusement. Problem is, what amuses her, it's one of those, sort of amps up, and you gotta keep going bigger if, you're amused by everything. What's more amusing than being God? And the last one.
That one's on you, Tilly.
What?
Last one is Forgoth. He's the Warden of Flames, or as we like to say, a bastard. He's gives a run in the money for Tharizdun. He's pretty darn vain, but nothing could be greater than what was going on inside his little inner mechanisms. He's no one can be richer than him. No one can be stronger than him. Not anything can
He's
be
one of those.
more than him. So
I feel like I've seen a play about a similar creature.
He probably had the play made about him, if I'm not mistaken.
It reminds me of a certain beholder that used to inhabit this area.
You know what? I think they wouldn't get along whatsoever. That is a
Right.
good point.
Yeah. I think maybe we approach him the same way we would approach said beholder.
He definitely believes he's the strongest out of all this lot, which is surprising.
I mean, he's
how
a fucking dragon.
Right. No, but like, Pargem's the king, but he's like, he lets him believe he's king, is what he would say.
It's one of those things.
But, he's a fucking idiot, is what I say.
Right.
Well, but Parjem is doing all the bidding of Melora, but here we have fucking Forgoth that's all like, I'm actually pulling the strings. We all know it's Sundrel, let's be honest.
So, question.
Yeah.
So Melora and all the dragon gods were imprisoned by the other three and are now released. Would that not also mean, since chaos and entropy it's kind of like a double-sided coin, both
Alright.
good and bad,
Yeah.
would that not bring to reason that maybe there are some more good dragon deities or creatures that may have been released? Like maybe, I don't know, Halal?
Oh, she never left, kiddo.
She doesn't, I mean, you know how she is.
Yeah, she's out in the ice waste if you ever want to go see her. She's
I mean, I just saw her.
Oh, well, you saw her avatar form. The poor thing is nothing but skin and bones now. It's amazing what she went through for you.
Yeah.
And you know, that's
Yep.
on you. Do you know, they say her wingspan was one of the largest among all the great dragons.
You don't have to keep talking.
Guess you didn't want to know she's the most beautiful white dragon there ever was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have a memory
Oh, no.
of when you got to see, before you were sent back in time, you got to see point blank Halal, and she was indeed an ancient white dragon.
No, she's just a husk of what she was.
Well, basically, the bones are in a block of ice, and she's still here, so that's nice. Maybe you could, like, cut up the bone. No, you know what? Don't forget I said anything. That's probably not a good idea. Halal's cool. She goes way back with Sundrel. We're all friends. We get around. You know, she was, like, next in line for, you know, god status, but she's like, I don't want to kill gods and all this, and so they were like, well, you're fucking out. And you know how gods get. They're all like, hey, you're a dragon, fucking, now you gotta guard gates. And she's all like, fine, I guess I'll guard the gates. But then Melora's all like, I'm gonna fucking steal dragons from the world. And she's like, well, guess I'll die then. More of that! As he goes and takes like a whole thing of wine, and he starts drinking it down. She's like, whoa, good. See the shaking? It stops. More. What is it? Frostborn, son of a bitch. Oh, no. I know they don't have enough. Oh, this is troublesome.
Are you okay? I mean, you used to be a lot more composed, it seemed.
Oh, well, you know, it's yeah, I'm pretty certain Ryzog's out right now. So that's quicker than I thought possible. He's making it.
Is that what the red beam was?
You see him look back into the tent, like, and the rest of the group. You see, like, so many people just like, what is this strange man? Back. What red beam?
The one that destroyed the moon. Did you not notice that?
You see
The
him
moon
look out.
got
So it did. What day is it?
Today.
Yes.
Ugh. The moon's gone, and today's still today, and not yet tomorrow.
Oh, what did Beckmore say?
We,
It's, the Twilight, something. What did he say? Fate's Twilight.
Oh! Ever the detail to Lazov. What do we do without him? Puts it about, you see him flip a coin and it lands 45 to 125 days out before the old collapse happens. That'll be good. He puts the coin away. That's a little. Hopefully not quick, sooner than later. Hopefully much later. So, if we're in that space, we're just spitballing here. Am I right, you Lyris? You see Lyris? Yeah, we're in it. All right, we're in it. I'd say probably their next move is establishing their wherever they're comfortable in this world once they're all free, and just rolling out the carpet for Melora's return into Avatar form to rule whatever. Do whatever she does. That's, I mean, it's chaos, which is kind of cool. She's chill like half the time. But, with no rules, things get a little crazy and a little dicey for my taste.
What about the other gods?
Well, they're gonna be dead in about 145 days if we don't do anything. Lyris, I know you know something interesting. Give me a factoid. Yin was created by Melora. That's so interesting, right? Isn't that interesting? That's motherfucking interesting.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
I mean, that's not very surprising. The entire essence of those two creatures are
Hail
essentially
the
chaos.
darkness just behind all of you guys.
Hi.
You see Yin. Hail the darkness.
Hail the darkness, and I'll pat him on the head.
Yeah, you see him nod, and he's a little joyful, a little woeful. It's like, yes, he's actually, Yin and Yang actually make up what is known as the deity of summoning. They are the gods of summoning.
Yeah, and one of them is,
That's a god?
super not here.
Yes, it is, and one of which Melora is very fond of for how it wreaks much chaos. Hail the darkness. You see him nodding, like, of course, the whole time. Everyone knew.
Honestly, not the most surprising thing I've heard on
Yin, we're kind of not cool with Melora right now. Is that gonna be a problem?
Hail the darkness.
Okay. That's
He's just
good.
around. He's just hanging around.
My mom would be real
I
sometimes.
wouldn't want things to get awkward between us,
You see him nodding, nope, as he's still reaching for the stones right now. He's going towards the stones on Tyrion.
I don't have the stones.
Oh, Shalmir does?
Shalmir.
He's going towards
Yeah.
Shalmir, and Shalmir just like, back beast. Back. And you see him like, yeah, yes, it's a very interesting philosophy. It's one of which is around the lines of how can one summon something if they don't already have it? And so this is very much, you see him, hail the darkness! Hail the darkness! And he goes back to Shalmir like, no. He's like, hail the darkness! I'm moving away from the beast as he takes a couple more steps away.
Actually, a thought just occurred to me. Kolveth.
He's coming. Yes, hey, howdy doody time, everyone. How are we? Look at you all live. Yes, look at us.
You were a
We've
great
made
help
it.
back there, Colveth. You were
Well-
really a standout lad.
Yeah, what the shit?
Guy, stop.
Excuse me.
I have a memory from way back that is just returned. What do you know of Melora?
What do I know of... What could I know? Sandro looks... I see, escaped your sentence, huh? As he goes back to eating food, he's like, oh! Vile! Vile little wretch you are! What? Do I know you? He's like, I sure know you. As he's going, eating his food. It's like, well, not much more than you do. At one point, I certainly did know a Melora of sorts. But no, I was more specialized in where I lived. And by the way, you're welcome. I helped free you from bondage over in Minna. I had your back if everybody died inside there. I would have helped at least Tyrion, so then he would have helped you guys. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
So
Right.
there was never anything to worry about. Certain of it. But yes, no, I dabbled in. My specialty was the fourth layer of hell.
I'm sorry, what? Who are you?
Oh, my bestest friend of Tyrion. I am Kulvith. We are sort of like.
Tyrion, is this a literal devil?
No, actually, I believe it would be a fiend.
Yeah, there's differences also.
I say, I am not as hideous as a devil. I'll show you a devil. As he leans over,
he's sensitive about that topic.
I'll take him.
Oh yeah,
No.
We'll go right now. Where's all your spells, little mage boy? Where's Tyr when you need them?
Give me a few hours. I'll take you myself.
Bring it. We'll see what hell has to say
Channel
about
divinity.
that. Yeah.
He's killed Coldfat.
Let's go, little man. Where's the balance? Looks like Tyr's doing a real shit job of things.
Can I hit him with my mace?
You can attempt to.
I am gonna try and hit him with my mace and divine strike because that's a thing that I can do.
Go for
I
it.
don't think this is the time for such nonsense.
It's not at all. It's
What'd
an
you roll?
11.
11? No. As you go to swing towards him, he just like... Me? Like a common folk? Tyrion? I want nothing to do with this man. As he walks away, you see Sandro go, see how he gets out of it? Easy. You see him like,
Not even worth the cantrip.
Ulazal, just hold on a second. He's fine. He's a great help to me. Kulvith, you mentioned the name Malora long ago, so it didn't come back to me until just now. So anything that might be helpful to us. As you can see, it is literally the end of the world. Do you want to go through that with us?
Glances up again at the like fucked up atmosphere and sky. Ugh. It does look rough. It's better than hell, though. There is that. He looks over to Ulazal. Is it though? Well, let's see here. Well, I just know she was super weird, a bit bipolar of sorts, and no really pleasing that lot. There was definitely that whole, 3-for-1 thing, and you see Sandro, exaggerated. He's trying to grab more food and drink. He's like, hey, well, doubtful, but I don't... They say Malora's chosen champion was able to strike down the other 3 gods for her, and that was startling to say the least. And that sort of kept everybody in line, and we didn't ask much questions about Malora.
Do you know who her chosen champion was?
I swear. It's Monsoon, I swear.
Oh, no. Well, I don't know it, but, well, I have. You just see Sandro. It's Pargem. It's fucking Pargem.
Yeah, I was like, wasn't it the dragon?
That makes sense. Well, that's a tall
his
task.
sudden trying to get really drunk is starting to make sense a little more, Pemoras. And as you see, he is having a shitty time at getting drunk. It is just not working well for him. He's like, you lot weak. Every one of you have weak shit. He's like touching like 99% alcohol. And he's just, this is useless.
Just a bottle of ethanol.
Basically.
It's garbage.
So, here's the thing. I'm not a fan of Pargem. Not a fan of the end of all times and whatnot. I'll help you guys with whatever you need. You need to favor with a god, I'll come with you and try and help you out. If you need to do more trials, maybe I'll show you the ropes. Need to go to the dark desert? I'll drop you off. Like, I got plenty of things I can help you out with. I am at your service now that everything's out in the open and no more wishy-washy magic bullshit is blinding us.
Well, we're gonna take you up on that, but I need a couple days to prepare some things.
Take your time, just not 45 days,
Yeah.
and not, at least, just not more than 45 days. Every day after 45, we have to wake up wondering, oh, is it over? I've done this. I've been through this. Not great. And then, it was like, oh, it's over, but not the way I thought it would be. We get to keep going. That was fun. I'm hoping for that again. At this, walking past Yin, you see a torn and tattered robe with the head down, the bald head with the faded glowing tattoos with cuts all over him, and the metallic arm walking towards the table as he just lifts up and plants one of the claws of Halal on the table.
One of. Oh, yeah.
You look at the claw, and it is blackened and fucked.
I'll hold mine up.
Well, that is most encouraging. There was an assault on my new home. All of our claws were apparently the target, and they have all been tampered with, destroyed, or stolen by a bunch of thieves, many of which had an interesting ability. You see, he's looking for somebody here that doesn't seem to be here.
Oh, boy.
They had a way of turning my many simulacrums into maddened versions of myself. And it proved troublesome to manage all of it at once. There were 3 of these such generals and 5 of my own simulacrums, plus a lovely madness horde. Is that boy Eri still around here? And is that lizard around still?
Which lizard?
The Ragnorum lizard.
Oh, no, we just killed him. You missed it.
Good.
Right. As for Eri, I have no fucking clue where he is.
Fine.
No, but really, he just kind of fucking disappeared. I don't know what to tell you.
I believe you. Things are not as they once were a day ago.
We saw the dragons and the moon, and it's pretty obvious.
Yes. He was very patient with you guys when you last met him. He is
was.
fucking fuming right now. He is having a day. As he's looking
you're having a day.
Yeah.
We're having a day.
Hey,
We're
he's
all
like-
having a day.
We're all having a day.
he looks over to Tyrion. He points at Tyrion. You owe me, and you will help me.
What did you owe him?
You are in a world of shit.
What did you do?
I I don't know what you think I did.
I can smell it 1,000,000 miles away.
Did you fart again, Tyrion? This is just like in Minna.
No, that was
You farted and brought down the whole town.
He walks over to Tyrion and he grips him, but it's nice. It's one of those like, I'm restraining myself. But he's like
no.
touching Tyrion right now.
My simulacrum maybe wasn't a patient because he was a manifestation of a singular emotion. I myself am not bound by such petty restraints.
As he pushes it back.
Leaning over to my friends, he seems a little mad for someone without emotions.
But you reek of him, and you will lead me to him.
How have we not smelt this the whole time?
He genocided my people, and he will return.
You
Tyrion
mean
really must
your-
have farted.
Your simulacrum, you mean?
No, Tyrion.
You see him just put his hand towards your head, and you have a memory.
Oh.
Hey, first time?
Oh.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Tyrion. Tyrion! As the memories rush into you, you start to see from a first-person point of view what you assume to be a young Mansoon. The area looks foreign, and you see what appears to be a great city and this expanse. You can see, you feel Mansoon's fear and his worry as he's going through, and you see him find a woman. And you see he looks to her and goes, "With me now!" As he lifts, and she's like, "Where's our son? We're getting him next." And you hear this crackling roar in the skies, and you start to see all these spells shooting up into the air, and all this very foreign magic and arcana going off as you see him. "We have to leave now." And as he comes out into this large square, you see him hold her hand, and you guys feel the teleportation down to all these different parents seem to be like teleporting into like a school of sorts with all these children in arcane sense. You see many of the adults have these metallic arms on their hands, and you see him go to his son. He grabs his boy and he goes, "Okay, come with me. I know a place." As he's holding them, you see all of a sudden they teleport and they don't leave. And you see them, "No." And descending from the sky, there are all sorts of these like flying creatures coming down, and then finally clearing from the clouds above. You see this larger than life, nearly the size of Parjim, red dragon come down and just start bellowing flames and burning the ground, burning through the great towers of this city, incinerate it in a moment's instance, on touch. It reminds you of how people have described what something that would step on the sun would experience. You hear booming down from the skies.
I will bathe in your blood, Kezerat. Today is your day of reckoning.
You see, you can feel the trembling of Mansoon, his wife looking to him and his child in his arms, and he goes, "Come." He holds them. "I wish." And you see an alchemy symbol up form, a magic symbol come above him.
"For the safety of my family, keep them safe from this end any of these slaughters, grant them me this one solace.
The wish spell goes off, and you feel the wish fade from Mansoon, forever losing the ability to cast wish, as both his wife and his child disappear from him. You see Mansoon go wide-eyed as the dragon hits the ground, and in joyous thunder unleashes torrents of flame, burning down the great magocracy of the Kezerat. As you see Mansoon look to the side of the city that is now miles and miles above, and like many other mages, jumps from the city in the sky.
Playing a druid, but I know you're playing you're playing a druid, but I was thinking,
Yeah,
We just have two. It's
I
fine.
would-
yeah, I
we
was
can have
thinking
two. Like, it doesn't matter.
because you're doing a wild, shapey one, so I was
Damn.
thinking a spellish one.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah.
Mansoon.
basically.
I didn't start scaring screens again. I'm like, good, they don't know. My
Do
bad.
do 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 do.
Sorry. Tyrion, that is all now inside your memory, and you see him look at you.
You have his same fire inside you.
As Mansoon looks you directly in your fucking soul.
Hunter, turn your face on.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I don't know who that was or what they have to do with me, but
You see him,
whatever what they did to your people is terrible.
I'm glad we can see eye to eye. I imagine everything will come into focus once we have our moment with him.
as he looks to the rest of the table.
You have a fellowship of sorts. Where's that fellow that goes around always asking every sad story to join? I will happily and reluctantly, in some cases,
As he looks towards L'Oreal.
join this fellowship during these times. What need you have is what need I have. We will see this blight stricken from the world.
The rest of you, what would you like to do before Mansoon fucks off? He's giving the very indication, like, open question. Anybody going to say anything? All right, I got to go back to deal with some shit.
Is the moon laser you?
What's that?
The moon laser you? Did you do that?
The moon?
Did you fire the red beam that destroyed the moon?
No, I did not. There was a beam that destroyed the moon. I was stuck inside our wonderful Ethereal. Fun fact.
As he looks over towards Sundril, who's just like, just looking at him.
There's no longer a time dilation, thanks to the lovely Chaos Generals. They have a way of taking the fun out of magic.
Explains the black end cause.
No, sorry, what were we going to ask? If anybody was going to ask something.
That I just had that memory I had. You cast a spell. If you could tell me, I would like to have a talk with you about the nature of that spell.
Oh yes, me too.
I feel like Ralia the entire time would just be like, fuck this guy.
He knows more than me.
I have some questions, and I think we might be able to. I mean, you clearly want my help, but I might be able to help in more ways than one.
It can be done and will be done in time.
You see Sundrel. 4 to 5 days to fuck about.
What's that about?
We get on around for that?
No, I was finishing up.
Jesus Christ. Sandro, can you give him, like, the abbreviated version?
He
Quick
says the
notes.
next collapse is coming, and we have about 45 to 100 days.
Yeah.
You see him.
Which collapse?
You see
The
Sundrel.
world-destroying kind?
I do recognize you, boy. You see him.
Oh, God.
He looks towards him.
No, it can't be.
It's like, it is. It is.
Oh, no.
Nothing is surprising when you live as long as we do.
And yet here we are, being surprised.
Oh, my God.
Granted, it's like the other collapse then.
Afraid so.
Will I be denied the only thing I want in life?
Oh no. He'll be here in probably give or take a few hours. You'll have your shot. You see him look over.
Why are you here again?
You see him every day. I ask myself,
Oh, no.
why am I here? Why not my master? Why not any of the lesser priests? Why not any of those useless fucking dragonborn that tell the same stories over and over again in Cinder?
Oh!
Not you. You tell good stories. He looks over.
Well, I've never told a bad story. I just, it's my people.
Let me tell you, they're not the fun lot.
Well, never mind that.
Prison
Yeah.
will change you quite a bit.
I mean, yeah, I've seen a few madness dragonborn in my day.
Not many non-madness dragonborn left.
Yeah, gotta stick together.
Yes, you do. As he punches you on the shoulder, you see Mansoon.
Heavy.
Right. Okay, I need to go kill more of my remaining simulacrums. I'll be back as soon as that's settled.
Right. As he turns and teleports away. Hammurabi looks. Well, I believe we have an arrangement. We're all going to work with each other. And this day has been terrible. And we're going to try to live. And we got 45 days to figure this shit out. So I say we all eat as much as we can. Get a good night's rest. And figure out what's next. For our day-to-day operations. The big scheme. I think we're all in. Let's not let the world end. And everyone just fucking nodding. Brian's arm is like there but faded and lacking muscle mass at this point. They're all just like, yeah. I mean, like, what are we gonna say? No. Right. Well, everybody who wants to hang around. I am going to start making arrangements for Minna and helping everyone that I can. And people start moving about that can, and everybody who's still here is still here. You guys are still welcome to be having conversation. Many are still saying, just some of the others are getting and going out of place now that just about everything's been addressed. Sundrel is just sort of sitting in the corner, and Ulyrus is like, I'm just here now.
Sandro, what is the extent of your teleportation abilities?
Extensive.
How frequent?
Pick a number.
50
That many.
in a day.
Sure.
All right. All right. Just need to know we're working with you.
Tyrion is gonna kind of go over and kind of whisper with L'Oreal about things.
Yeah, go ahead. You see Sandro. Watch. He goes over to Tellius, and you teleport, and you find yourself in a horrid, hellish landscape, and you can see this like angel in the sky looking over this like long field of weeping soldiers. And he's like, "See that? We're in Avernus, just like that." Guess what that name? Guess what her name is? Guess whose name?
Hell, lady.
Wrong,
I don't
exactly.
know.
Zariel. Yep, right there. She used to be cool, and now she's not. We don't want that. Come on, back and teleport you right back.
Just a quick jaunt over to Avernus.
As you guys are back, that's what we're preventing. As he pokes you in the chest. You there, soldier. You see the soldier look to Sundril. It's like, find any ale, bring it all. And you see him start to walk over. He grabs him and over. Son, you heard me say bring the ale. I mean all of the, not a lot of ale, all of it. We're all going to need some, and I'm going to need it up, all of it. He just lets him go. And you see him nod.
Turkey legs. Bring turkey legs.
He's there and he's nodding. You see, he looks at L'Oreal, and L'Oreal's like,
Listen to the man.
whatever they wish.
God, I hope there's turkey legs left. I was really looking forward to the party for the turkey legs.
It is at this moment that Charnock has the realization that the bar has been destroyed. He gets up and sprints as fast as he can over to the bar.
45 minutes. So while that happens, it's literally the complete, utter opposite side of where
No,
the map is.
Keep going.
So, I know.
Keep going.
I know. No, easy with your constitution. So, what do you want to talk to L'Oreal with, Hunter?
I want to talk to her about the specifics of a spell called Demiplane.
Demiplane.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It is an 8th level.
Yeah. Remember I used that in that one boss battle?
Did you?
Who knows?
I don't know.
I mean, you.
Who knows? Maybe Tellius is I, and I am Tellius. Ooh.
Yeah, cool. Oh boy, Mansoon's got a lot of those. Yeah. This is a spell I'm not a master of, but most certainly we could work on.
Well, I have access to a spell that can replicate any other spell.
Then we should work
And
on
that's
this.
what I was thinking of using as a, if only the two of us know the details, it's not a place that can be found by others. So we could use it as a safeguard of sorts for whatever we may need.
Elyrus, you still serve Waterdeep? You see Elyrus? Yeah, I never stopped. What do you need? She's like, I'm going to need your help. You still have access to that library? You see, not as much, but I have most of it memorized, and a fair amount of it, I did bring some back that I couldn't memorize. A lot of the Arcana stuff that kind of goes over my head, well, my abilities. I brought back. Maybe that could be some help. She nods, and it's like, I think so. Fi has not left his side. His mom is not only alive, but her son is too. It's a big win. She should have fucking died so many times. I just can't. You know, I love making stuff horribly, miserably depressing, and you robbed me of this one.
I mean, you got Salem.
I did. I got a lot. Not as much as I wanted, but I got.
You got Neverember.
Yeah. I got Eve.
Well, she had it coming. She had madness. I mean,
What are you gonna do?
what are you gonna do? Yeah, you get maddened, you get bopped. Sandro,
Yes.
could you maybe take me to the ice waste? That'd be a fun trip. Anybody want to come to the ice waste real quick?
I can do that.
Sandro's, he can do that. So
Do many things. Oh, look at Sandro, the fucking magician clown. You see him put his hand up, and you see like all these sparks, like literally it looks like stars in his hands, like and they're going over and over. Stops it and closes it.
Was that a galaxy?
Sure looked like it. Sure looked like it.
Destroy life.
This is something to contemplate.
That one instant was an eon to them, and now they're dead.
For all of time, this is something an Answer Ulazal will contemplate till his death and afterwards. You will never get that answer.
I mean, yeah, I'll go to the ice waste. It's like 8:30. I've got at least half an hour before I need to go to bed.
I did want to, Tyrion. I do want to take a day so we can try and establish something to maintain at least the gold and items that we can utilize.
All right. Well, first, all you should rest. It's pretty inhospitable out there in the ice waste. Doubt you'll find anything real bad, but like you all look pretty tapped, and I know you can't cast a lot of spells.
yeah, but you could just bring us back if it's bad, right? I just want to see hi.
I could teleport. I could teleport.
Yeah,
there,
right.
back,
Yeah.
and,
So
I mean, watch this. As he grabs Ulazal and he teleports Ulazal to like the 12th layer of hell. And he just like, see this place? It fucking sucks.
Oh my god!
See this? We gotta stop this. And then he teleports back. It was just it was so almost incomprehensibly horrible. It just stopped. Like it's indescribable. And then you just see him back there like,
I'll let he take you.
There are 3 layers after that?
yeah, there are. Bunch of pricks. Each one.
There's only one. Because there are 13 in hell, right?
Yeah, it's 13 layers of hell. Yes. He wasn't listening to you. He's clearly half listening, just agreeing with you and just doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Wait.
Turkey legs, my boy! And you see, it's like, we have like 4. And he's like, gives them to Mosnell. And sits down with Mosnell. My real hero here tonight. Taking up the old untouchable task here.
Actually, Sandro, this one, I don't know if you could do it, and I'll whisper in his ear. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, do it. Could be fun. How game breaking has Reed introduced Sundrel to? I don't know. It's level 17. Everything's basically game breaking now. Get used to it. It's a shell of what it once was.
Time to use your imagination.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. As he teleports you, you see, you guys get in there and he's like, and he's like, that's funny. And he teleports you and goes, funny part about all this bullshit. Technically, she doesn't have any issues, but she was interested in talking with this gentleman here. It doesn't seem to be here anymore, which is a bit annoying. You can see all these like rats that are just kind of roaming around, and there's just now nothing. There's clearly like restraints and stuff, and there was a chair, and you see him like, "The fuck is this about?"
Well, there's no one here. What the hell?
Yeah, they don't call the eternal torches if it's not eternal.
Yeah, this is some bullshit. How'd they get out?
He starts walking, and then he opens a door. He's like, "Hey!" You hear the echoing down the chamber. What the hell's going on with this establishment? Doesn't sound like anybody's here. You see him just walking down. He's banging open doors. You're walking behind him. He's banging torture chamber after torture chamber. Awful. I mean, these are like almost trauma-inducing every time you see a new room. He's like, this is fucking...
Are there people in each room, or is it
No.
just barren? It's all barren?
Yeah, you see the stuff that's left over, but aren't people in here.
This is pretty abnormal, isn't it?
It is.
Should we call somebody?
We should go to management. As he grabs you.
Oh, no!
Can I speak with the torture manager?
As
Oh, just wait.
you guys, he walks you through, and you see this incredible gothic, like rock formation. It looks evil as fuck. It is like, oh, if Shadowfell had a baby with hard metal rock and roll imagery, this is fucking it. And these gigantic steps going up to a massive throne, and you see him going up the steps, and you're just like,
Is this what I think it is?
one of the many interesting places I've been, because I'm a cool, traveled. Hey! As he's banging on the chair. What's the meaning of this shit? And he's waiting, and you can see an individual looking over. You see this devilish-looking creature. Who goes there? Who goes? Takes out from his pocket. He like,
Oh,
there's
God.
nothing from his pocket, and then all of a sudden it expands into a staff. Wham! Whacks them in the devil in the face. And he's like, oh! He leans forward, he picks him up by the skull. Get the fuck out here! And he drags him, kicking and screaming, this devil. And he just wham, wham! Hits it like 2 times. And ah! He's like, where's the big guy? He just like, I don't know you shit. Wham, wham. Starts beating the shit out of him again. And he's just like, He's like, I'll turn it on. I swear to God, I'll turn it on. He's like, no. No. You see things start glowing. He just starts pushing it on the devil as you're slowly walking up. I mean, these are massive steps. It's like 10 minutes to get the fucking steps. And you're just hearing it echo because there's nothing else. He's like, these halls echoed with the screams of the damned. He's like, it was hilarious. And he's just burning him. Why is it quiet? And he's just like,
I'm learning so much about Suntrell. Or Hamaras, I should say.
You see him. He puts it back on him. Where is he? Well, you know how it is. Oh shit! You see him for a second, like. Sorry, I'm cracking myself up. Sorry. How'd you get up there? Oh shit, did I kill him? You hear him mutter that under his breath. You see him just like wham one more time. Oh, yeah, as we know. He just, it would appear he is no more. What? Yes, there's we had a visitor. It starts like shimmering louder.
Oh, God.
And you see him. I don't know you a fucking thing. I think you do. What happens if I kill you right now? I'm starting to think you don't go where you want to. See him look towards you and give you a wink. He's like
Struggling to contain my laughter.
As you can see by over there, we had a visit from Ryzog the Endless Void. And you see him look over, and you both now notice massive gaping in the wall, clearly still burning from whatever the fuck opened that tear in this dimension.
Uh-oh.
I definitely could put that shit together. And he gets up. He's either dead or he'll wake up in a few hours. We're leaving, Tellius. This place is lame now. As he starts walking down the stairs, this is what we got to worry about. Now things aren't going to work well. What happens when you're going to eternal damnation? Who knows? Who knows? What do you think happens, Tellius? What do you think happens?
Eternal damnation?
Not anymore. We don't know. As he teleports you back. He's back in there. And as he comes back, you see him turn around. He's like not facing everybody, and you're like shielding him. And his like staff goes down to just like a disc, like a wafer you receive at church. And he just puts that shit in a pocket. Like, and then turns back around. The ale's here. As he starts drinking more of the ale.
Does anybody else want to go on a field trip? This guy is great.
You see, Sandra, I've been bored out of my fucking mind for 100 episodes. You can do whatever you want.
Wait, who wants to go see the other Ram with me? That would be fun. Wait, hold on. You, Sandra, you can go to, and I'll tell him the plane. I can't remember the name of the plane, but
what is it called?
It's like a hop, skip, and a jump. Yeah, it's a nice one.
It's Arcadia.
I could probably find it. Yeah, that one. Thank you.
Arcadia is nice. Big old lot of pansies up there, but yeah. You can see his filter has been devastated on this day. All the mystery of Sundrel, he's just fucking Parjim showing up, making him annoyed.
Ian, do you want to come with us? Is that okay? Can we bring him? Like, do you want to see your sister, Hail of Darkness?
No, he can't come. No way.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, the planes won't be kind to him. You know, you go to a heavenly plane and he goes there. They might.
Yeah, it could. So you're smart.
For him, and I'd be all like, "Jokes on you."
But you said, "Who knows?"
Exactly. Don't come down. As you can see, they all look like it might cause panic, but I know you. People are like, if they don't have gods to pray to, well, some of these fuckers are gonna be like, well, what's the point?
I mean,
he's pointing over to Uzal, who's just glancing towards, and some of the other, like the paladin Shalmir, who's just like rocks.
Rocks. Oh, that's great. Yeah, does anybody want to go see the other Ram?
Yeah, I'm tired of this one. Show me the better one.
Yeah, what?
I don't know about better. They're just Rams. I mean,
all right,
they're both fun in their own delightfully chaotic way.
Everyone, hands in. You see Iris? I would like, now you've had your fun. She points to
Tyrion's gonna stay and work with L'Oreal because they have to find things.
He grumbles and laughs.
You're tying up all of the loose ends.
He's like, I love bullying you, Iris. As you put all the hands together and you guys teleport. So Mosnell, Ulazal, Tellius teleport. In Bologna to Arcadia. As you guys find yourself in, as soon as you're there, you feel this like immediate, overwhelming feeling of peace. You feel no pain and worry, and you just feel like this place is terrific.
We could just stay here.
You're immediately in the Zen, and you look over to Sundro. He's like, "There's the fuck!" As he points down, and you see far down this like clouds, all these cloud beds, and on each of the cloud beds there's all these like oases. On each and every one there's actually like angels out and about here, and you can see stuck between like a whole bunch of clouds and upside down looks like the bottom of a ram. There's just wedged between,
just like stuck in a bush, like the cloud is like a bush.
Sure looks that way. Yeah, been like that for, I don't know. Looks over, yo, how long been there? And you see, since the dawn of time. Like, you're not fucking helpful. Who's not lame around here. As he looks around and you see all the people. Welcome to Arcadia. Back, back, back. No, we don't need this. And you see all these angels coming. And you get, and they're all just like, oh. Why? There's no reason for such things. I have plenty of reasons. He pushes them back. He's just like, you got to see your goat. Can we go now?
Wait.
More of them are like bringing flowers and they're putting it around. You guys said, he's like breaking them and trying to take them off you, kind of like hula flowers around.
Would I remember what her like catchphrase is?
Most likely.
I should.
Yeah. So
The light.
yeah, that is what you last
Hail
heard.
the light.
You could try. Give it a shot.
Hail the light.
Oh my god, it's adorable. We need to help it.
I think we should help her out, right?
Give me a rope.
Yes, Sandro, we should help her out.
That's all I'm doing these days, huh? Helping ungrateful shits.
Well, hey,
back as the angels are coming forward. You don't
Hey,
see
if
that
you wanted to go on a
piece.
field trip, you said you were bored.
Ah, it was, and then I remembered how lame this place is. You should be at peace. You should chill yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
Aren't
it's
you
just kind
at
of lame.
peace? They're like, we're not on peace until you're at peace. Oh, I'm at peace. He's pushing them back like, continuously as Mosnell. Like they keep handing Mosnell stuff, and you keep seeing Sandro just smacking the shit out of his hand, and it falls down. And you see this crazy, like, gravitational rifts pulling this shit toward down there, and it's like, oh, that's probably how the shit got down there. And he's just... He's focused on everything but like Mosnell's side. He's like, I got that on lock right now. And they're like, do we need to go get the Great Mother? He's like, Great Mother? Remember last time you got the Great Mother? They're like, I don't, because I don't have to burden myself with memories. And she's like, anytime, Telius, anytime. Field trip time. This place was
Thank
not as
you.
fun as I thought.
Yeah, hail the light. Yeah,
Let's try it. Let's try it. Like,
Is there a path over to her?
No, it's like literally like a void. Yeah, exactly. It's like all these different clouds all the way through in a cone shape, and the endless clouds of Arcadia, and all these endless oases, and she just kind of stuck between them.
Sandro, what would happen if we brought her back to our plane?
We'd have plenty of headaches.
All right, so we should just leave then. I just want to say hi and see if she remembered me.
He looks at your face. Give me a persuasion check.
I've cracked the Sandro code.
We gotta reunite Yin with Yang.
yes,
I know. I'm like, we need to do
we can't just not. We're here now.
We can't not.
You know what's really sad? I only rolled a 20. My modifier is plus 17.
Wow.
I'll buy you time.
Right?
I'll buy you time, kid. As he walks forward, I think I'm ready for change, to be at peace. Wonderful, wonderful. They all start coming towards him.
Thanks, Sandro.
Tell me about these great songs you wish to sing. As they start lifting him up, fuck off.
Right, okay, guys.
Do you have a teleport, a dimension door, perhaps?
Nope.
It is very far. No one decided the short rest.
Can we fly?
I don't get stuff on short rests.
Or full rest, rather.
Can we fly over there somehow?
I could do that, and I'll strum something on my lute,
Okay.
my mandolin,
Okay.
and cast fly.
All right.
Because I did not do that today.
I believe you. I believe
Right.
you.
I didn't.
Good.
I didn't use it at all.
Good.
Right. Let's see if we can jog her memory. Jesus Christ. Hail the light. We're coming to you. It's me, Telius.
Hail
your friend.
the light!
Hail the light. Yes.
As you guys begin to fly, you start feeling an intense gravitational pull.
Oh God.
Give Tellius guidance.
Perhaps this is not the best idea. I think.
As you descend, the four of you, I need you guys to give me Constitution saving throws.
Talking to all of us with.
Can you target all of us with fly?
He can target everybody with fly, absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna fly over.
Yeah.
You get +5 on your save.
Excellent.
Save. Derpy do. That's a check.
I got a
Check.
natural 20.
Nice.
Yeesh.
You said check.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a check. Not a
Okay.
check.
Then
Oh,
then
Constitution
3.
check.
3.
Oh my god, I rolled the same thing twice. It's 7.
Okay.
Constitution.
Bull-
Natural 20 for 27.
Okay, and then what about Bologna? As you guys enter into the gravity,
She got a 6.
everybody but Mosnell is immediately clobbered by a cloud. Wait! Just-
I thought there were water!
it's like a vortex. Mosnell, you're just like, and you just fucking beeline through. You're fucking flying, Mosnell. You're fucking flying.
Superman.
As you're going through with a fucking natural 20, 27, being the strong man you are, your fists extended, you're not slowing down. There's no fucking friction right now. You're not slowing down. Impact right on the goat and out. Both of you go through the cloud to the other side. As you see the goat just with you, and you're both here. And the goat is massive, and it's holding you at this point. Hail the light! And as it's happening, the other 3 that are now spinning, have spun to the other side of the vortex, get clobbered by you coming on the other side.
Oh
and
my God.
out the vortex onto another cloud.
Hail the light! You made it.
I got her.
Well done.
Hail the light!
Hail the light.
See,
It's me.
Shakes itself off, and you see it is beautiful white fur all around. The horns are much shorter; they don't curl around. It's got gigantic fucking googly eyes, but they're like super cute and like blue
Aw.
and like disarming instead of horribly creepy. And you see her just sitting there like, "Hail the light!"
Hail the light. Do you remember myself and Melody?
It looks in at you. Hail the light!
Yeah, hail the light. We have your brother down at our plane.
Hail the light!
Yeah, hail the light, hail the darkness. It's ish.
A little bit.
He's yeah. So I don't know if you want to come with us, but we're saving the world from dragons. So hail the light.
Hail the light! Now you guys are on an opposite cloud right now from Sundral.
Yep.
What would you?
Can
like
you
to do?
fly? Hail the light.
Looks at his goat arms and puts his hands down, like looks back at the vortex. Hail the light!
So that's a no. Well, thought we could carry you, but Can you thaumaturgy? Can anyone thaumaturgy?
Funny enough, I don't have it prepared today.
Well,
This is how
That's
4
not-
characters die in Arcadia.
that's not very helpful.
Not the worst place to die.
Not at all.
It is peaceful.
Yeah.
Well,
Just yell really loud. Tullius, you've got a musical instrument. Probably.
I mean, I do.
You could probably make loud noises and just get his attention.
All right, that's fair.
I have a musical instrument too.
Yeah, so you could use your instrument and I'll use my instrument.
Yeah. All right.
All right, on the count of 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
All right.
I have bagpipes.
You see all these angels coming down, looking toward, hearing the horrible bagpipe sounds like, oh,
Horrible.
to angels. But you see them, they put their fingers out, and all of a sudden, it's instantly this beautiful melody. Like it's all in this certain octave range, changing.
They fixed it.
And they're all like start to.
Oh god, Sandra, I can see why you hate this place.
No, I really don't like this place.
All of a sudden, you see like turning the corner, like
So bad.
what the. He's coming over, and they're like, "Are you having second thoughts?" I can never had a first thought. And she's running over here. You see him teleport behind you guys. Ah, we're fucking done. Ah, great to see you again. Text you out. We're good. He's looking at you, Tullius, right?
Yeah, we can go.
Teleports back, and you guys are back inside Waterdeep. And you see him. You see the goat look back to the other goat. Hail the darkness. You see the other one. Hail the light. Yang gets up next to Yin and sits down exactly like the other fucking doofy ass goat is, and they're both now just sitting next to each other with their doofy ass. With their
I wonder if they
goofy
cancel
eyes.
each other out.
I find that hard to believe.
What do you mean?
So these are a deity.
I mean, yeah, look
You
at
see
them.
Ulyrus? Yeah, they are. They're capable of quite amazing things. I'm quite terrified now that they're together. Literally
Why?
anything could happen. Literally anything.
Keep that in our back pocket.
Like stopping the collapse is something that could happen.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised. You see Sundrel behind, just shaking his head as he's getting more like dinner rolls. Stupid kid.
Hey, can I have a dinner roll?
All right, sure. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you.
thanks.
You made things go quick.
Well, we've connected then, so now we can save the world.
Mosnell, you notice you're missing your axe.
Oh, no.
Oh. Walk over to Yang.
Yep.
Listen.
You see it out of his mouth. You see like the axe is there like a toothpick, and it's leaning over, and you see Hail the Darkness. He's like, and he's opening up a fucking alchemy circle on the ground. He's just like, and she's slowly leaning towards dropping it in.
You listen here. Things are gonna get bad if I don't get my axe back. I helped you get back to your brother. Now give me the axe.
That does sound like a fair trade. Hail the darkness, hail the light.
She leans out her tongue, and you are able to grab your saliva-filled axe.
Does it do more damage now?
No, in fact,
Damn it.
it is just full of saliva.
It's just disgusting.
It's just really gross.
Thank you.
Hail the light. As you see, nodding in her horns is your sword.
Marsnell, I think you dropped something.
Yes. Now, Yin can get you up to speed on our agreement. But
You see her look. Hail the light. You see, hail the darkness. You see her
He
like,
isn't supposed to take our stuff.
you see the dirtiest look a goat can give another goat. Somehow I never thought this episode would be as fun as it is tonight.
Yes.
And you see him like, and you see her leans over and she drops, and you see the sword falls, the mace from Ulazal falls, along with the mandolin that you were just using falls onto the ground. Tullius, you see her like, he's like,
We'll get you other stuff. Don't worry.
We're good for it.
I gotta get something for Hunter real quick. What else do you guys want to do?
How's the bar?
Right. Let's mute this, and I need to send this. This is very important. Peak important. That's for me, not for you. So, The bar is fucking. It looks like a Shifty Finger's foot stepped right on the fucking bar, and it is collapsed in. The study and area isn't so bad, but you can make an investigation check for Liff.
Just destroying the building, break the bond.
Oh no, it's a 12.
Oh shit! It gives me notifications. I'm finally seeing everybody rolling. I will keep this up from now on.
Hey, there you go.
You can't find Liff. You find lots of broken bits. You find the remains of some of the waiters that worked here. The statues that were carved, they're all shattered and gone. The kitchen is devastated and hardly intact. All the upper floors, the greenhouse is gone. Your rooms are gone. The second floor is gone. It's all collapsed in. Besides, little side is it's basically got the middle got sandwiched down. The bar is in disrepair and destroyed for the most part. Alcohol, and so you have both the Frostborn wine and normal ale is skewing about the floor. You even have like one of the smaller, like the copies that are matted on the ground, and you're just like crushing them as they're still pecking around like the scavengers they are. The bar at this point has been utterly destroyed. I say with your 12, you do find half the sign that was once up Liff's place. It's cracked in half, and it just lifts.
I'm gonna consult spirits, use some clairvoyance to project my mind's eye just through the rubble, just to see if there's any signs of the spirit still being tied to this place.
Give
or if
me
it's been freed.
Arcana or religion check.
This one. No, those are minus. Never mind. 5.
No sign of Liff, and no idea what happened to him.
Shit. I mean, there are bodies everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of them are remains of bodies. The way the animals attack are brutal, and a majority of the people have been mauled by these creatures in one way or another. Not many are full, and if they are, actually, I would say you don't see any full bodies. Nobody's come out unscathed from this attack.
I will slowly make my way back, take the scenic route.
Understandably, on your way, you easily pick off a lizard folk here, a raptor there. They're still pettering around the city, but with one smash, these are easy enough to crush, especially one-on-one.
Are there any folks that have been maddened around?
Not
So, like, the madness is still has a hold.
it
but-
appears so.
It's not organized now. It's just there's no guiding force anymore.
From what it seems, inside Waterdeep. Feels pretty fucking pointless.
there's a big thing, I'm gonna chop its head off on the way.
What
And
thing?
it dies.
Oh.
If anything big.
Nothing real big, but like you get your hands on one of the like a little bigger than a raptor, and you're just like, fuck you. Easy.
And violence.
What is everybody else doing?
I had my fun.
Yeah.
Maslow's gonna talk to Brian.
Certainly. You sit down next to Brian, and she's warm. You see bags under her eyes you have never seen there before.
Glad to see you made it through the day.
Barely. She gives a smile. Glad to see you too.
How's the arm?
Oh, it seems like I have a habit of taking myself out of action. It'll be a while, but hopefully not as bad as last time at the final stand.
No, that Ignatius guy he's pretty good. I'm sure you'll be up and about in no time.
Boo.
I think so, Mosdell. I agree. We lost so much here today, Mosno.
We did.
I've lived a long time, and I've never lived to see something as bad as this.
You've lived a pretty good life then, probably, right?
Some cases, yes. Some cases, no.
Well, hopefully, once this is all over, we can build something that's the best thing you've ever seen.
I like that a lot. You don't even seem phased by the odds, Mosno. It's no wonder the good old Wolfie picked you to come help.
Honestly, I don't really know what's going on. I just know there's another fight to be had, and I'm just gonna fight it. Odds are numbers, and who needs those? I'm just gonna fight the next battle.
You see a genuine smile. She had like her fake smile on because she always tries to have a smile on at all times, but something genuine at this, and even like a little bit of a snore as she looks, and she's like, you know, that's a great way of looking at things, Mazda. I should have tried that every time the clans had issue.
Just how I think, I guess. I don't know.
Well, if we do get through this, I look forward to building a stronger North with you and something very, very, I don't know, better than worrying about the day-to-day harms.
It would be my honor to join you in that.
She gives you the, with her good arm, one of those forearm to forearm shakes, and gives a nod. There's 2 goats now.
Yes, I have already met the new one.
I imagine it's going to cause just as much trouble, which might actually be really good for us.
Yeah, they're good for a laugh too.
I think a lot of us could use that. A laugh right now.
Yes. And Yin is an excellent snow sculptor, so I can only imagine Yang must be the same.
Why, Justin? What are you trying to do, you little bitch? I imagine something like that.
Nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Just trying to have a giggle, mate.
You're having
A
one.
giggle.
I would like to see that. It'd be fun. I'll pray to the spirit of the force and see if he has guidance on this after this day. Did Salem not make it?
Salem fell.
I think someone should tell Calgary.
I can do it. He went down as a hero.
Wouldn't have been any other way. She nods and puts her good hand on your shoulder and indicates and gestures to Calgary, who's with Phi and Anastasia off to the side, just sort of talking.
Yeah. I'll stand up to talk to Calgary.
Yeah, you got to stand up and go over to go talk to him.
Yeah. Calgary, it's good to see you.
You too, Masno. As he holds out, gives you a forearm shake, and you see Phi and Anastasia both look, and then they sort of they give space to walk away.
I'm glad at everyone who has made it, but unfortunately, I have some bad news for you.
So you saw him.
Salem was with us when he fell. He died a hero, sacrificing himself for the safety of us and everyone else.
He, you see him looking up, and he's trying not. You can see the water forming in Calgary's eyes. A little too smart for his own good. He sent us. He sent us to go find, remember, some sort of plan B or C. There was no plan C. Just a note telling me I was in charge now. Do whatever I want with the Gray Hand, because this is all that's left. We got 5 members left of the Gray Hand.
I guess that means you were Salem's plan C.
Plan Calgary.
You see him look at you, Maz, now, and he's like, that's a way of putting it, you know? That is a way of putting it. Well, I won't let him down.
I don't imagine you would. I think you'll do great work.
Thank you for telling me. I had to know.
Yes. But take care of yourself.
To Masno, I'm sure we'll be in touch as we figure out our next move.
Definitely.
Calgary goes and rejoins the last remaining members of the Gray Hand. There is 5 total plus 5, so 6 total Gray Hand that survived this night. Anything else before we wrap up for tonight that we want to do?
I've reaped the sows. I've sowed the seeds of chaos. So now my deed is done.
Tyrion needs to wait till tomorrow before he can do things.
So we
It's
will,
fine. If things get out of hand, we just teleport them somewhere else.
We will go and take a long rest and end the session there as you guys wake up the next day.
Right.
And we will begin our next session there with Luke. So then it'll be a lot easier to pick up from. I'm sure Luke will definitely have no questions for Sundrel next session.
Never.
All right.
When suddenly